I like to describe myself as like regular black, like ordinary black. Like I'm not like mainstream black. I'm not like strong independent black. I'm just regular black folk. I feel like oftentimes black people like me, we get attacked because, we're not, I hate to say it, but we're not stupid. I'm not ghetto. I don't have like a wig on. I don't have like a ton of makeup on. I don't curse every 2 minutes. I'm not confrontational. I'm not trying to prove a point. Like, I'm just chilling, right? And I don't think that I'm rare. I just think that women like me are just not represented because I'm still trying to figure out how do you market just being ordinary? Because that's one thing about black people. Like, our so-called culture is all about what sells and what generates revenue for everybody around us. In the meantime, we're like suffering and we're getting like poorer and poorer. And I will say this about black women. There was this thing, I was thinking about selling out. I considered it. I think the quickest way for black women to sell out and just be regular people is if you go into like mental health. This whole, oh, you need to go to therapy, oh, you need to talk to somebody. I just feel like black women are just abusing this whole, oh, you need mental health help. It's like a lot of the issues that we're having in the black community, everybody else is having those issues too. It's just that I don't know why we can't see that we're people like everybody else. But it's like everything that happens to everybody else, for some reason, we just think it's not supposed to happen to us at all. Just the community in general. But I'm speaking particularly for regular, everyday black women. And the thing about us ordinary black women is that we just don't get the culture. Like, to be an acceptable black woman, if you don't have a wig on, if you don't have the bonnet, if you don't have the lashes, if you don't have the long nails, the attitude, the strong independent jargon, if you're not any of those things, like there's something wrong with you. And not necessarily from the other women. I mean, as long as you don't, come for them, they're pretty cool. But one thing that I realize is that black men oftentimes, if a black woman is not fitting into any of those boxes, a lot of times they attack us. Well, you know what? Let me not speak too loosely. Uh, the unsuccessful black men, right? Like the guys who live with their mom and all that other stuff. And unfortunately, from my life experience, it's been way more of those unsuccessful ones than the successful ones. And again, that's all communities. Most men are not successful, not as successful as they want to be. They know their niche, if you will, and they just kind of stick to what they are and what they do. Like the 15% of men who are like the wealthiest people running the world, so on and so forth. No other community has a problem with that. And just because other communities see that there are a select few men who are more successful than them, they're not looking around and being like, oh, since I'm not as rich, I'm not a rich white man like Donald Trump, my life must be harder than his because of slavery. No, they just go, this is my trailer, this is my lot in life, and he's got a mansion and I don't. The end. Totally different, totally different narrative in the black community. But I'm not trying to jump in too many different places. I'm just saying this whole mm, the men, mm, ew. Like I'm just thinking about it. Like I do understand when black women are complaining about black men and things like that, generally speaking. And there are a lot of black men who are on YouTube and they're representing black men very well. But I have to say that I don't think these black men who are representing black men well acknowledge the fact that they are a minority. And so that I don't jump too far away from the subject, going back to this being a standard, regular, everyday black woman, I don't just get pressure from outside societies. I don't get pressure from just like, low performing black men. But it's like I feel pressured by other women. It's like if I complain, like you know, a lot of people. I'm not a part of the sister code, right? But it just feels like I get rejected so much just because I'm regular. So it's like if I just keep thinking to myself, like if I was the Shaquana type, I would just mold right in. I mean, I have a lot of female family members, well, who doesn't, who actually just kind of fit that narrative. And boy, I used to be so jealous of them, how they can just make friends and everything else. But now I'm at the age where I'm like, I'm not jealous of them no more. Their life is hard. Like, yeah, fitting in was great in the beginning, but it ain't. Man, getting older, it ain't good. So I said all that to say this, and I'm trying not to jump too much, but I think I'm gonna try to be an advocate for ordinary black women. I don't have any problem with women who are like fashion forward and things like that. I think that's great. But it's a whole other ball game when you are ashamed of your own hair or you hate your own skin, which is it seems to be socially acceptable in the black community to hate yourself. Here's another thing too. Before I forget this whole mental health thing, I get annoyed because these therapists that talk to these black women, all they do is train us to be selfish. Like I've never heard of a black woman going into therapy and coming out more level-headed than when before they went in. It's like everything is you all the time. It's like, man, that's crazy. Like that's why young black women don't have anybody to go to because that's all their elders are. When they look up at us 30s and above, it's like all they're looking at is like a bunch of freaking crybabies. But that's why I'm here. Like, I feel like I have a purpose. I haven't quite figured everything out, but I'm just, chugging along with this thing. And when I was younger, I wish I could just find a regular black woman who's just married to a black man, raising her family. Me and my husband, yes, we have issues all the time, but everything ain't for the internet. Sometimes y'all might even see it reflecting my mood and my behavior, or the frequency of me posting. Got my daughter too. She keeps slapping the camera, but even that, like sometimes I get frustrated with the kids and things like that. But I'm holding the fort. Like I'm holding my end. My husband's holding his end. And do you know how desperate I was to be able to see a woman outside of just my mom being able to say things like, I'm holding my end and my man is holding his end and we're going through life. Yeah, we have issues, but we're still going through life together. 2025, so many young women, and I'm going to say young women in general, not just young black women, they don't have like just regular women that they can talk to that's not steering them like in the wrong direction. And I'm still trying to figure out this vlogging thing, but I want to be that, not necessarily the mentor, but like that example that I looked for. Like outside of my mom, I could not find any woman that looked like me that loved her family. Like, not that I'm saying other women who quit or get divorces and stuff don't love their family, but women who are not so short-sighted that look like me, or women who are not so programmed by media. And I just feel like there's a desperate need for that. Um, but that's just my thought on that. I feel like it's okay to be ordinary. It's okay to be married. It's okay to not have a blended family. It's okay to not necessarily fit in with the glitz and the glams of things. Uh, it's okay to take care of your kids. It's okay for your husband to take care of you. And it's okay to keep your issues in your relationship private. We live in a world for clicks, views, and likes, and I think we're getting away from our humanity a little bit.